born in France, lived there for the first few years of my life. Most of my family live in France. But guess what? Don't speak French. I actually study in France, but in English. Very ironic, very confusing. Like, I've got my 7-year-old cousin who is French. She's only just started school. Her English is beautiful, perfect. And then there's me with my very British accent, trying to do English in a French accent doesn't really work. Maybe I should be, polishing up on my French, considering I've just joined Paddle, who are breaking down barriers, helping B2B SaaS companies enter new markets, regardless of the currency, regardless of the language. Maybe my French does need work.
I can certainly remember one story about an invisible barrier that I really felt. About 8 years ago, we were building a SaaS business. I was the co-founder, and we'd faced a whole bunch of challenges, had raised money, had won our first customers, and all we wanted to do was focus on the customer and solving their problems by building a great product. And yet we kept coming across legal barriers, tax barriers, compliance barriers. But the biggest one of all was our own internal governance. I remember receiving the call that said that our CFO, our Chief Financial Officer, had found employee fraud. Pretty substantial, and it was so embarrassing that we had not set up the business to manage our own finances well enough, and in fact our investors' finances well enough. We were focused on the customer and the product, and then this invisible barrier came and sideswiped us. We never saw it coming, and it almost killed us.
Fresh out of high school, I had decided not to go to college and instead pursue working with NGOs. And as we traveled as teenagers to climb the mountains and go help the indigenous people, I realized I could help one person, or I could actually increase my influence by going to college, get educated. And I think one summer I had run against an invisible barrier where I knew I could attend the summer school and I could follow classes through correspondence. And when the school said I couldn't because it was against policy, I went ahead and did my entire summer curriculum's homework in addition to the mail-in homework. And the dean said, well, I don't think you should be doing this. I don't think that this is right. And I get why the policy is there in place, but apparently you already did it. So I'm just gonna let you do it. When I see a door closed, I'm gonna ask, why is it closed? And is there a different way around it to get to where I wanna be?